Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is why people are removed from your life and how it helps with your healing.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is why people are removed from your life and how it helps with your healing. So this topic is important because I know everybody's experienced this, where people come and go into your life, and sometimes you don't understand why they left, right? Or what happened that caused the relationship or friendship to end. And I've had this happen to me through the years, and sometimes it's devastating, right? And sometimes you're relieved. Well, I wanted to talk about it because the ones when you're devastated or even relieved, this is to help you understand what's going on. Okay. So, how I've talked about the soul plans before and how we come with a soul plan. And that includes people that come into our lives to help us learn certain things, or we help them learn certain things. And then that job or soul plan was done. And so they leave. Or there's people that come into your life, and again, it's done, like the soul plan is done, but it begins to affect you more. And so it's time for them to leave. Okay. Or maybe you're affecting them more. It's not just you. Sometimes people leave, it's for them too. Okay. So just remember that. And most likely it's both people, both parties, at the same time, that soul contract's done and it's time to move on. And one or the other is maybe hindering the other person from growing at that point, from evolving and moving on and up in their soul journey. Okay. So what happens though, and why I wanted to talk about it, is like if it's devastating, and I had this happen a lot of times, and it's so devastating, and it can put you in a depression, because when it's somebody you're really close with, because you can be really close with these people, and a lot of times you might have had lifetimes and lifetimes with these people, so they just feel a part of you that you need in your life, or that not need but want, because you feel so comfortable and close with them, right? So it can be devastating, and it could drop you down into a depression, and wondering, now what? Or even, am I going to be able to find somebody else that I feel that comfortable or close with? Okay. Now, this could be friendships and relationships, romantic relationships. So when that happens, though, you don't want to go into that depression. Now, you can't totally stop it, because it's going to happen, or it can happen, or you can catch yourself before it happens. But you don't want to go into this low for too long. And that's why I wanted to share this video, is to help you understand or remember. That's why I wanted to start using is the word remember, what we're here for, what we're on earth for. And we're here to have these experiences, to learn, to grow, to help others. Okay. So I want you to start to try to remember that what we're here for. And when you start looking at things that way, that it's a soul plan, we were meant to have these experiences. We wanted these experiences. We just wanted to experience them, right? And to help us grow, to become stronger. And sometimes those happen because it's trauma. It can be traumatizing when you lose somebody that you're really close with and you could share everything with, and then they fall away, or there's, a breakup of sorts, even friendships break up, right? That you need to remember that then that was probably done, and you need to move on, learn from what happened, because even the being done part, whatever caused that, is something for you to learn. I've had friendships fall apart or relationships fall apart where I had to look at like what I did and what was my part, because nobody's not to blame when those things happen. right? Everybody has their part in it. And so, look at what you've done and learn from what you've done. Okay. Because that's part of this growth that we're here to experience and to learn and to help us overcome and enjoy life. Okay. So sometimes these things happen again that brings us down because it makes us sad or whatever, to show us that we can overcome. So when people leave us, we can overcome it and we can move on and we can still live a really good, happy life, even though they're not in your life anymore, right? It's a lesson to show you that you can be okay no matter what happens to you. Okay. It helps you see that, okay, I had this happen and now I can still move on. I can still be okay. I can still go find other friends. All right. So that's part of it, is I wanted to help you remember why things happen to us. And this is just one certain thing that can happen to us. And I want to help explain it that sometimes people are removed from our lives, whether the contract's done or it's just not a good situation for either one of you anymore. So they're removed. And when I say removed, you know, for me, because I could be friends with somebody, even if they've hurt me really bad. I can be friends with them and I can forgive and move on, right? But sometimes they're just not supposed to be in my life anymore. And it's the same with you. It's not just me, it's everybody. And maybe I'm not supposed to be in their life anymore. Okay, so they're removed. And sometimes that is like a breakup of sorts. Sometimes it happens and they just stop talking to you and you don't understand why. Sometimes it happens because they start blocking you and you don't know why. And, like I said, this has happened to me over the years. And it's funny because the more it happens, the more then I can just sit back and be like, okay, I can see that this was meant to be, even though my feelings were hurt, right? My feelings were hurt, but I don't fall as deep into a depression as I used to when people would be removed or things would happen that they would be taken out of my life. So it was funny. I was watching this lady had a near-death experience, and it was funny because in order for her to have this near-death experience, people had to be not in her life in that moment. And this isn't exactly what I'm talking about, but it'll give you an understanding how God, source, the universe, whatever you believe in, moves pieces around to get you into a certain situation because it's something that you have to experience. Okay. So this lady, apparently it was one of her exit points. And we have a few exit points at least where if we wanted to leave Earth, we could. So this was one of her exit points, and it was set up for her husband to not be in town. It was set up for her son to be taken care of. So she was all alone. And she said it was very interesting how it was set up, all the moving pieces to get her into this perfect environment that she could experience this and relax and have the near-death experience. Cool. So she could have left. She could have, but in the end, they showed her stuff and she decided not to leave because she still had more to do. But that's the example I wanted to share with you because there's always moving parts and they're moving things around for the perfect situation for whatever it is that you need in that moment. And sometimes the people that you are closest to sometimes are not supposed to be with you at that time. Now they'll leave, but they might come back. They might come back into your life or they might not. But there's always a reason for everything that happens in your life. And it's a good thing or idea to have in your mind and to remember because it helps keep you more in a positive place rather than dipping down into depression or sadness, which it's okay to be sad and it's okay to go down there, but you don't want to stay in there. Okay. And I'm just sharing with you examples that can help you with this in your journey, in your healing journey, and whatever it is, because when you dip down into these lower feelings for too long, it does affect your health, okay? When you're holding on to the sadness for just a long period of time, it's going to affect your health. And I'm not saying don't feel those. You don't want to bury them either. You want to feel them, but you just want to feel them and then start to heal yourself and move on, okay? So remember, everything has a reason, and even people being removed from your life, there's a reason for it. And it's either you needed to experience something different, or you need to experience the removal, or you had to have them out of your life so you could experience different things that wouldn't have experienced if they were still there in your life. Okay? Or it could be for the same for them, or even both of you. All those things could be the reason. So just remember, there's always a reason for whatever's happening in your life. And it's about the experiences, and it's about overcoming that and remembering what we're here for. Okay, so that's what I've got for today. Hi everyone, I wanted to talk real quick about the sponsor of this video. It's the Lifewave X39 patches. I don't recommend very many things, but when I do, it's something that I really love. And this is something that I really love. Me, my husband, and my mom have been on it for about 9 months now. And here are some of the benefits we've had. I have had more energy. I recover quicker from injuries. Like I'll just kind of tweak my knee or, my elbow or something, and it'll feel better by the next day. It just heals much quicker being on these patches. My hair is thicker. I went and got my hair cut the other day, and my son told me that my hair is much thicker than it has because he's the one that cuts my hair. And I just feel more at peace and less stress since being on these. And also there was a mole on my face that disappeared from it. And so many things can happen for you. So for my mom, who's 80, she has more energy. She doesn't need to take naps anymore in the afternoon, which is what she would always fall asleep in the later afternoon. And she no longer needs to or does take naps. It's not that she just would fall asleep because she'd be sitting there watching TV or something. And she no longer takes the naps. One thing we noticed is she had a cut on her finger right when we first started to put the patches on, and it was healed the next day. So she recovers more quickly. Bruises were going away more quickly for her. And also a new one is the doctor's taking her off some of her medication because her levels were very good. So that's another amazing thing that's happened for my mom. And then for my husband, he has more energy. He used to also fall asleep in the afternoon on the couch, and he no longer does that. He's just full of energy again. Right after starting the patches, it was like a week, he popped his shoulder out and out of socket. And so he, got it back in, and like, it's so painful. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but he couldn't even lift his arm this far, from after it happened. But the next day he was able to lift it halfway up, and the day after that he was able to lift it all the way up. It was amazing. He has done it so many times, and he was never able to recover that quickly from an injury at all. And he's more calm and less stressed. So those are the amazing benefits. And so here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you real quickly. It is a little dot that you just put on the back of your neck. Have it on the back of my neck right now. See if you can see it there. And you just wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's amazing. I love it. And if you want to know any more information about it, the links are in the description below. If you have any questions, reach out. If you want to purchase it, the links are in below. Again, if you have questions, just reach out to me. My email or any contact information is in the description below. So check it out. It's been amazing for me and my husband and my mom and some of my friends and clients too. Go do something you love. Every day, go do something you love. Sing, dance, run around the yard. Whatever it is, do something that lifts you up and brings you joy that you love to do. And then every day, do at least one thing of self-care, whether it's pray, meditate, drink tea, Epsom salt bath. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. Lift them up and lift you up. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.